warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Faadhilati Idris with the last name 27. And now I'm going to retelling a story that apparently Miss Dida chose. It's my last novel entitled Blackwater, written by T. Jefferson Parker. And among my novel, I've always choose to read romance one, but I end up choosing a thriller one for my last novel because I want to read a whole different story. So, before I begin to tell you the story, I will quiet inform you that this novel is a series, and this is the third novel about the story of Mercy Rayburn, investigator, a detective from Orange County Sheriff Department. She found a woman that being killed in the bathroom of their house. She also found that her husband is being shot in the head in the yard of their house. Okay, but unfortunately, Gwen Wildcraft, the woman, didn't make it. I mean, she didn't live, but her husband, Archie Wildcraft, is still alive in the hospital and getting surgery and also recovery. So Dr. Stephen, the doctor who deal with Archie, said to Mercy that Archie could lose his memory due to the bullets that reached his brain. For this scene, for this investigate, it's kind of become a week because the one who knows the whole story, no longer know the whole story of that night because the bullet that reached his brain. So Mercy Rayburn with her partner Paul Zamora find the evidence, all the evidence referring to Archie, her husband of Gwen Wildcraft, starting from the gun that he used to shot himself, also the gun who shot twice Gwen Wildcraft in the bathroom. And aside from the gun, they found all fingerprints from the gun and also from the bathroom is full by Archie fingerprints, right? And also they found that Gwen's blood on Archie's shirt. So all the evidence referring to Archie, but somehow Mercy, the detective, didn't feel that Archie is the one who killed his wife, right? Because how come someone shot his wife and then shot himself after that accident? It's kind of confusing because there's nothing wrong actually between Archie and Gwen, because that night is the night of Gwen's birthday party and they still get so close. So after recovery, Mercy did interview Archie for several questions, but he seemed so weak about his memory. So Dr. Stebern told Mercy that they couldn't interview more Archie because they could lose all his memory. So Mercy and Paul, they got from the interview that Archie only remember about the light before he gets shot. So there's a light and also a little bit about sound in that night before he completely lost his mind, before being shot. So Mercy and Paul decided to investigate more, and they didn't choose Archie as the suspect of the murder because they thought Mercy. So there's one line in the novel that said Mercy didn't want to choose a suspect based on the evidence, because from the scene before, murder scenes also, turns out she's wrong to choose a suspect, and she didn't want to repeat another scene of like that. So she and Paul decided to investigate more. They interview both parents of Archie and Gwen, and they found that Archie and Gwen is a normal couple that fall in love each other. But when Archie, there's a story when Archie, 10 years old, he fell in love with a girl named Julia, and one day Julia is disappeared. Some say that she's been kidnapped, and some say that she's being killed. And since that day, Archie become quiet. I mean, he didn't speak. I mean, not in the way they used to be. He used to be, but only when the parents asked him a question, and Archie answered. So he is turns into a completely different personality, and this is the reason also why Archie become a cop and quit from the ball. Okay. In the other hand, Gwen is 16 years old when she met Archie, and she directly falling in love with Archie because she thought that Archie was a handsome creature and a beautiful creature he ever met in her life. So they both get married with Gwen, 16 years old, and also Archie that day is 20 years old. Okay, but after they married, they love each other. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this couple. So there's no way that Archie killed his wife. That's what they got from the interview. They interviewing their parents, their family, their brother of Archie, and also the sister of Archie, and they found nothing. So after interviewing, actually, Mercy is become curious about the story where Gwen and Archie invest a money which is 20,000, and it's only a year that 20,000 become $2 million. And I mean, from the story, Mercy found that actually the company where Gwen and Archie invest their money it's illegal, right? And their parents also did not find anything wrong about that company until Mercy decided to investigate more about this company. So they dig more about the company. They tell the senior of investigation that they need time, and they did not want to make Archie as the suspect, even though all the evidence refer to Archie. And from that scene of the murder, it's become quite famous, and all the news, all the journalists, all the citizens, they want Archie to arrest because they didn't want to murder. It's become free in the society. So Mercy and Paul decided to tell their senior they need more time to actually know who is the one that killed Gwen and shot Archie that night, because they seem to find something odd about this scene. So the story continued by Paul and Mercy that kept looking for the information who did actually kill Gwen, right? But everything turned so bad because Archie did run away from the hospital and trying to figure out by himself who did actually kill his wife. But everything did not turn good because Archie completely losing his mind and said that he always hear Gwen and also saw her. And there's the part where Archie jumped with the wing that he used to meet with Gwen and fell to the ground and died. And it is Mercy actually is a woman who cares to Archie. But before that accident, Mercy always assuring Archie that he's not wrong and he's not the one who killed Gwen, right? And Archie knows that, and but Archie didn't want to get life after everything that's happened. I mean, he didn't want to meet his family because he said that his family will be understand of his position. And aside from that, after Archie that being jumped and died, Mercy and Paul being interviewed by what is actually go on with Archie, right? But there's no one knows about that because Archie did not telling Mercy that actually he's being hypnotized to find who is the one that killed Gwen. But because he's not telling Mercy, in the last of the novel, they only found the one who killed Gwen by the letter on the last novel that Gwen wrote to her friend that said that the company, Gwen wants to report the company to the FTC, FBI, and also INS, and that's why Mercy thought maybe that's why Gwen got 3 shots from Zlatan, because Gwen want to report them. And the reason why Gwen's want to report them is because the cure or the medicine that they made could kill someone, and Gwen want to prevent that from getting bigger and bigger. And actually, because this novel still had a next book of it, and it's not really end of that time, because Zlatan, they didn't find Zlatan, and they the scene, the murder case is not really close. They just find that actually Archie died, and there's nothing they could do from preventing anything that could happen in the future. That's all from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.